Well, wrestling community, we got a lot to talk about. Talking about what do you want to talk about? We got a lot to talk about today. Let's get it.
Get ready!
You're listening to
We are doers, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive!
Welcome to another episode of the Wrestle Bob podcast and the Bobby Wrestling YouTube channel show. I'm your host, Bob TV, and I want to thank everybody for taking time out to get us over the 100 subscriber mark real quick in about a month or two. And I really appreciate everybody. I need to put out more content, but I do work a job and I do have a business on the side that I'm trying to promote and make bigger. I'm going to start featuring it on one of my channels on the Bob TV network. So go to bobtvnyc.com and you'll see the various channels that I have. I have one where I talk politics. I love politics, so I talk that. I have another channel where I teach on loving people unconditionally because I am a teacher. And another channel is where I review stuff. Now, I don't put too much into that, but I am going to put a little effort in that. Then I have another channel where I talk about my business. And then last but not least, I have a channel where I showcase my music. I am a music producer. I'm a songwriter, and I showcase my music there. But the main two channels I tell people to check me out is this one. This is the new one. And my political channel, at one time I had about 11,000 subscribers and was getting about 5,000 subscribers monthly. But because of politics, you can't just say anything. The algorithm work against you and they end up hurting you. So this is why I came to this space, because I wanted to focus on things that are fun, things that I like to do, things I like to talk about more than anything. And that's wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan through and through. As you can see on the left-hand side, I love every wrestling promotion. I'm not biased. I love it all. I think we need it all. I think it only helped the wrestlers come up and make big money. And I'm not tribal. I like them all. Okay. Now my main focus is usually WWE and AEW, but I do watch NWA. I do watch TNA, MLW whenever I get a chance to. But let's get into this because I got to talk about some serious issue. I got some issues with y'all. I really got some issues with y'all, and I really need to kind of set you straight a little bit because some of this stuff I'm saying online is just pure foolishness and ridiculous, and some of you know better than that. Let's get to it. So I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. And I got to see doggone foolishness like this. You got Cody Rhodes, a man who is whiter than the driven sun, and somebody posting, "I am that ninja," the N-word. Then I see another post, got him in the Kofi hat. Just to let you know, there's various levels of black, well, I wouldn't say levels, there's various communities in the black community, just like there's various community in the white community. All of them are not a monolith. Black Americans have learned a lot about the Kofi. About the that particular African cloth marking. And in our learning, we starting to stay away from that particular clothing marking. Okay? So to do something like that, to try to say Cody Rhodes is basically black, is ridiculous. Now let me go to the next one, because these things are things that really, 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 really tick me off. All right, so we got that one. And then we got this one. Let me put this one up.
as Tony.
Let me put this one up. Where am I? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. Get my stuff all mixed up. All right, these right here. So I go on social media, and I got to see stupid stuff like this saying Cody Rhodes, the black community is doing very well now. What a month for the black community. It shows Swerve Strickland, who's a foundational black American. You got Moose. I think Moose is foundational black American and African. Um, I thought they was the same. No, black is a color. African is a nationality. I want you to get this in your head. Understand this. Where you from has nothing to do with your color. Now, that location may be predominantly a certain color, but it doesn't mean that that's your color. African American is not a color. Jamaican is not a color. Puerto Rican is not a color. It's a nationality. It's a place of origin. It's a region. It's a location. You got black Puerto Ricans, you got white Puerto Ricans, and you got native tan brown Puerto Ricans. Likewise with Cuba. You have white Cubans, you have black Cubans, and you got native or brown, a mixture of the both, there. This has happened in every country that you can think of. Black people have been the inhabitants of every region in the world. And a lot of us say we just come from Africa. Everybody come from Africa. Everybody's origins is rooted in Africa, even white culture. Everybody origins is rooted in Africa. I know you saying, why are you talking about it? I got to deal with this foolishness because this is a bunch of foolishness and y'all need to know better than that. You don't poke fun like this. This is not Dave Chappelle. And I know some of you people are joking with this stuff. This ain't Brian Gumble. Brian Gumble is a white guy. Brian Gumble is black. He may rock more with the white culture than black culture, but he's black. OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Well, he found out how much black he is. We got to stop this foolishness. Don't do this foolishness. Don't try to crap on those who are black achievement by throwing a monkey wrench of a white person in the middle of this. Now, I love all cultures. It doesn't matter whether you red, yellow, black, or white. They are precious in the sight. Jesus loved the little children not to wear. Look, it don't, a champion is a champion. You rarely see black champions win the world heavyweight championship. Well, you got The Rock. Yeah, The Rock is half Samoan. And The Rock is also Canadian, black Canadian. Now, you got to understand, and I do this in my political podcast, that when it comes to the black community, there's various communities in the diaspora of the black community. You go to Jamaica, Jamaicans is a majority of blacks because black pretty much took over that island. Most of the island areas, somehow, because of the logistics of the island, revolts took place and blacks end up taking overpopulating the land and end up taking the land. But you got Chinese people living in Jamaica, and if they were born in Jamaica, they would consider themselves Jamaican because they're born in that region. They're born in that origin. Yet they're Asian as day and night. Same thing with Indians. You got a lot of Indians in Jamaica. They were born and raised in Jamaica, but they're Indians. Likewise, in the Caribbean, places like Trinidad, Tobago, St. Thomas, Virgin Island, you got various cultures, majority of them black, but you got white people there, you got Indians there, and if they were born there, they considered themselves St. Vincent, St. Thomasians. My whole point is African American don't necessarily mean black. Charlene Theron considered herself an African American. Elon Musk considered himself an African American. So what do you call black people in the United States? Again, there's various aspects in the black community. We have been accustomed to call ourselves black African, but most of us don't have no clue what Africa is. We should. We should learn about our original origins. Like I told you before, everybody's origin come out of Africa. It is studied. It is concrete evidence. Every origin of color take its roots from Africa. That doesn't mean they're black. It's just they mean they're from Africa. But the problem is we haven't been told that just because you're African don't mean you're black. Now, majority of Africa is black, majority. But there's a lot of regions that has had ethnogenesis and they have been invaded by different conquests and been taken over, especially Northern Africa. That's why you see more Arab tan people in Africa. But they're still considered Africans. We call them Arabs, but they're really Africans. They changed the name to Arab nations in the Middle East when most of that stuff was part of Africa at one time. And even if you venture deep in Northwest Africa, you'll see a lot of Arab influence. People who are from Arabian descent, lineage. But their color is brown. That's their color. My color is black. Well, you know, I look brown, but my origin is black. I'm what you call a foundational black American, which means my family has its roots from the beginning of this nation. There was no America until the combination of white Europeans and black slaves came to found and create the Americas. It was known as Turtle Island one time and was inhabited by mostly native Aboriginal black Indians. Anyway, let me get back on subject. For you to parade Cody Rhodes as a black champion is asinine, it's ridiculous, and it's stupid. And I got black people doing this stuff. Well, he basically black. He got a black wife. What they got to do anything? He got a black wife. That don't make him black. Now his child is half black, half white. Well, ain't Cody's mother Dominican or Puerto Rican? Again, I'm going to say it again. I got to say it again. Dominican is a region. Dominican is not a color. The color is brown for most Dominicans. There's a lot of black Dominicans. And yes, there's some white Dominicans. And there's some Asian Dominicans. But most people from DR, if one of those Asians or white people say, I'm a white Dominican, some of them will lose their mind. No, you got to be tan. You got to be brown to be Dominican. It's a region. It's a region. Now, if you're predominantly brown in that region, then you pretty much, that's the majority of the color of the nation. But that doesn't mean it's the only color of that nation. So yes, Cody Rhodes' mother is Dominican, but she's white Dominican. You got to understand these people were civilized. I mean, these people, they call it civilized, but when it really was colonialized. When nobody going around acting like rabid savages. If anybody was acting like rabid savages, it was the colonizers. And I know I'm going to lose some subscribers on this stuff, but I got to deal with stuff. I mean, if I got to go back to zero from 100 and some plus subscribers to zero, I am, because I'm going to tell the freaking truth. The Europeans, especially the Spanish Europeans, because most of the Spaniards were white Europeans, when they came down in conquest to the islands and began to take over those islands so they could make money, so they can build industries, most of them was white Europeans. They brought black slaves with them, or black slaves were brought into that region to help them build those lands. Now, maybe a little bit different when it came to servitude and things like that, and slaves, and might be a big difference on that. But the point is, whites colonized that area, white Spaniards, not white Europeans. They did do business with Europeans, but white Spaniards, I'm from Florida, people like DeSoto, and all these other conquistadors were white Spaniards. They came into that area of conquest. And a lot of them brought slaves with them to help them build industries in those areas. So you would have a ethnogenesis in the mixture of the two. You will have more whites being born in that area of Dominican Republic. You have more Spanish whites, Latino whites. You have Latino blacks, because the blacks began to populate themselves. Most of them were being herded, so to speak, like cattle, made to populate in extreme situations. So you got the black people who were born there that was considered black Dominican Republic Dominicans, and then you got a mixture of both. And then you got some natives that were probably already there anyway. So just because you're from Dominican Republic don't mean you're black. Are there black people in Dominican Republic? Yes. There are white people too. White Spaniards pretty much dominated that area. And Cody Rhodes' mother is white Spaniard. Dusty Rhodes is white all day, cowboy white all day. He talk black, he act black. He probably has some black people side by side with him. He teamed with black people, but that doesn't make him black. So to insult these real black wrestlers who made the top, went to the top of the pinnacle, Swerve Strickland, the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, black all day, foundational black, which means his roots come from the foundation of this country, to Moose, who's, I believe, half African and half black. Half his roots is founded in this country, and half his roots come from the others from Africa that was imported through immigration here. Never experienced the slave trade. Mother, I think father, mother, one of them experienced, go back to the slave trade. Other parent is an African immigrant. Okay, fine. Bobby Lashley, foundational black American, mama Panamanian. Panama is a region. But all day, Bobby Lashley is black. All day. His mother is predominantly black. His dad is black, I believe. U.S. Army veteran. Black in his skin. Blood black. Swerve Strickland, blood black. Ron Simmons, blood black. Rocky, The Rock, half Samoan, half black. His daddy is black Canadian, not a foundational black American force, a U.S. American, but foundational black North American. Canada. Black. He can claim black status. But Cody Rhodes ain't nowhere that, and he can't claim that. And for y'all to give that to them is an insult to the black community, and especially to some of you black people. Well, I'm going to give him a black pass. That's the problem with, that's the reason why a lot of us can't get to where we're going, because we give people a black pass, and then a lot of people coming in here with the wrong intention for the black community and cause havoc in the black community. Stop doing that. It's okay for that man to be white. Just because you can still love him. I know I'm probably loud as I don't know what up here. You can still love him. Cody Rhodes is a great wrestler. He ain't better than Tribal Chief, but he's a great wrestler. He's not his dad, but he's a great wrestler. Matter of fact, he can go beyond his dad if he be who he really is, Homelander, and stop this cosplaying and this fake heel baby face where the kids love him and crying because The Rock beating up on Cody. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay to love who you are. It's okay if you're white. Love being white. You don't have to say, I'm going to take this black card. I don't want no white card. I'm black all day. I'm black first. I'm black. Even if I'm a Christian, I'm still black. If I was gay, I would still be black. If I was lesbian, I would still be black. I'm straight as all day. But at the end of the day, I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. Moose is black. Swerve Strickland is black. Kofi Kingston is black, but Kofi Kingston is mostly, Kofi Kingston is Ghanaian, but he's black Ghanaian. But there's some white people that was born in Ghana. Ghana's majority black, but in those regions, most of the time, if you're born there, you are a native there. It ain't got nothing to do with your color. It's just the fact that you were born in that region, born and raised in that region. I can't say his name. He's the North American champ in NXT. African, black African. It's okay to separate your color from your region. I'm a foundational black American. I don't identify with Africa, Uganda, and all that. I don't, because I'm not from that region. My origins date back to probably go to one of those regions. But everybody origin, red, yellow, black, or white, everybody come from black, and I know you don't want to hear that. But the studies have proven the origin of man, the expression of man, the conquest of man into all the different fabric parts of the world started there in Africa. So where you're born is considered your origin. And that's who you identify. I identify as American. I wasn't born in China. I was born in America. But if I was born in China, black as I am, I'll be considered Chinese of origin. I may not be Asian descent, but if I was born in China, if you're going to base it like that, and I know this is probably blowing some of your mind, but let's get this out of your thick, brainless skull. Cody Rhodes is not black. He has a black wife. She's what you call boule black, kind of uppity black. That's his wife. She's black. He's not. His daughter is half black, half white, Latino, and half white, European descent. His daddy is redneck Texan all day, Dusty Rhodes. His mama is white Latino Dominican Republic. So he's white and Latino, but that don't make him black. Black is a skin color. Dominican Republican, Dominicans are a region, a location. People who were born from that region or have parents that were born from that region. And a lot of people, they just won't understand this. You got people born in America. You're American. Your mother is Dominican, has Dominican origins. You have an origin. Yeah, your origins go all the way back to Dominican. But if you're born and raised here, you're American with Dominican origins. If you're born in the United States and you're from Nigeria and you're born in the United States, you're Nigerian American. And there people say that, Nigerian American. Your origins come from Nigeria, but you're American because you're born and raised in America. Like I said, everybody's origin comes from Africa. But your skin color is a separate thing. I'm a foundational black American. Cody is not black. And to put these posters up here, shame on WWE, botch posting, Wrestle, Everest, or whatever. Shame on these publications. To put stuff like this up here. What a month. What a month for the black community. Cody don't represent me. Well, you can represent you. You're a fool. You don't let nobody outside of your community represent you. Only people in the community can represent you. Now, for us, the community in whole, like America, you vote somebody in to represent you, and half time they ain't gonna do that anyway. They're gonna represent themselves just for money, fame, and fortune. But you don't let no outside. That's why when people tell me I'm seeing these posters of the bloodline, Civil War, and they got Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Tommy Tonga against Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and Roman. Man, if y'all don't stop with that mess, stop. This is a family affair. You don't have outsiders interfere with your family affair because sometimes the outsiders are going to come in and mess up your family affair. If you see somebody trying to get into your family affair, you got to say, hey, bro, you need to chill and stay over there. Stay out of family business. This ain't got nothing to do with you. And in kayfabe, that's what happened to the bloodline. They imploded because of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, one of the greatest high points of the Bloodline story, funny as crap. But people are saying, "Oh, they making Sami go through these ringers. Sami should have snapped on him." No, you're gonna do more. If you're gonna look, if I'm gonna put my brothers and sisters and family cousins through the ringer to show their loyalty to not just me but the family, I'm gonna put you through 10 times the ringer because you're not family. And if you want us to adopt you in and make you a full-blown oos, you're going to have to show that you're triple, quadruple time the loyal person to the family. Sami couldn't handle it. Snapped. And then going to do whatever he can to take Jey Uso with him. And in kayfabe, that's what happened. People stop. It's okay to be the first Irish champ. It's okay to be the first Japanese, because I thought Shinsuke Nakamura would have been the first Japanese WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I was rooting for that. As a black man, I root for cultures, people lineage to get recognized. So when my lineage get recognized, I expect my lineage to get recognized. And my color get recognized, I expect my color to get recognized. When Pedro Morales became champion, the community of whole, that was they come up. That you should celebrate that. You had Latinos being world champions way before black people, and it's okay. But you ain't trying to shoehorn in saying what a great day for the Latino community, and you're gonna have Umanga or the great Kamala shoot horn in those pictures, man. That would be an insult to the Latino community. Or if you what a great day for the Irish community, you show Sheamus and all these people out there, and then you're gonna shoehorn in Flavor Flav. Man, come on, man, don't be doing stuff like that. I'm gonna repeat this again. Cody Rhodes is not black. Probably rock with black people, probably listen to black music, but most white people our age listen to more hip hop than rock and roll. Hip hop has just always been where it's at. I mean, we can't help it. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Hip hop rules. They don't make you black. Having a white wife, Bobby Lashley, don't make Bobby Lashley white. The white community probably accept him as one of his own, one of them own. But at the end of the day, he going to the wrong county in Georgia at nighttime, because some of these towns still got sundown towns. He going to go in the wrong county in Georgia at nighttime, and when them boys catch up with him, he going to realize how black he really is. Ain't got nothing to do with his origin, or one of my family members is Panamanian and one of them black. Bro, look here, buddy. All I see is black. That's all I see there, buddy. And in this town, we don't want that coming through here. And yeah, some places like that, you know. So I had to get real serious on you on this issue. Stop doing this. This is an insult to black people. And my message to the black people who does this, and I don't care, it's like some communities in the black diaspora still have this white savior God complex when it comes to somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes. Cody Rhodes' hair ain't even really blonde, dude. He bleaches it. Don't take nothing away from his wrestlability. I'm a big avid fan of heel Cody Rhodes. I'm not a fan of this crap that you see today. But heel Cody Rhodes, I'm a huge fan. Cody is a heel. He's a natural heel. He's a heel all day. He had his rebirth in the wrestling scene as a heel. I wouldn't say rebirth. He was kind of a heel in WWE when he was Stardust, Dash, and Cody and things like that. Be totally opposite of your dad. Be the heel. Take over the Judgment Day. Become a nightmare. You know, that's the Cody that I'm looking for. Be the person you cosplay. Homelander. Smile in your face. Act like he loves all people, but behind closed doors, he's one of the biggest vicious racists. Don't like human beings. He's a superhero. We're above them and there, but we're not equal. Be that guy. That's a must-see TV. And Cody Rhodes is champ. I'm glad he finished the story. He didn't want. I didn't want it. I wanted him to finish the story. I didn't want him to do it at Mania. I wanted Roman to break Hogan records because I don't think that racist person need. Yeah, Hogan is a racist. I don't think that racist need to have a third longest or record on tap. Roman Reigns, Samoan and Caucasian. It's okay. The Rock, Samoan and black. It's okay. But Rock features look more black than Samoan. Rock don't have straight hair. He got good hair because of the mixture of the two. But Rock a little more black than Samoan. And again, Samoan is a place, a region. Samoan is not a culture. It's not a color. It's a region and a culture. But it's not a color. If somebody was born in Samoan that's white, they will be considered Samoan too. I know that hurts you. I know that's going to make a lot of people up here that's Samoan upset, but people who are Samoan originated from where? Have their origins where? Samoa. People who are Puerto Rican have their origins where? Puerto Rico. People who are Jamaican has their origin Jamaica. People who are American origin. Now let's talk skin color. That's nothing. So you're telling me that the only people that can be considered Jamaican are black people in Jamaica? No, majority of them are, and it's majority black-led country. But there's Chinese people that's born and raised in there tell you that they're Jamaican and they'll talk as hard as Jamaican as you do, and white, because that is their origins. They were born and raised there. Likewise with Puerto Rico, likewise with the Dominican Republic, likewise with different areas of Africa, different areas of Asia, and different areas of European. Has nothing to do with your color. It's your place of origin. Now let's talk color again. Red, yellow, black, and white. They're all over the world. And they're in every country. That's a different deal. That's a different story. Everybody in the Dominican Republic that's born and raised there, they're Dominican. But is it one color? No, not at all. Most of the world may have a predominant color, but it doesn't mean it's the only color of that origin now. Because the world has been inhabited and have become a melting pot. United States started bringing in people and making it a melting pot, but that began to be adopted by the world. We began to do good business worldwide, trade worldwide. We look for opportunities worldwide. We moved to different countries. We settled in different countries. Some countries cost of living so high, some of us move to other countries. And then we give birth to families in that country. And even though our color is this way, that child is considered that in that country, if that country is doing right by its laws and origins and not being racist. Color is racism, not location or region. Color is usually based on racism, not location or regions. I'm going to go back to this one more time. Cody is not black. Cody is white all day. He have a whole bunch of white Texan European heritage and white Spanish Spain European heritage via the Dominican Republic in his system. There's no black there. Is there black Dominicans? Yes. Is Cody Rhodes' mom one? No. 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 She's white Latino. A little darker than most whites, but she's a white Latino. So I'm going to get serious on this one. Don't ever do this to my black brothers and sisters. shoehorning a white guy in as a black champion. I never thought Bill Clinton was the first black president. That sounds ridiculous. When people were saying that, I was like, yo, stupid. Heck, when Barack Obama finally became president, I saw Barack Obama for who he was. Half white Kansas and half black African. His daddy was not from the United States. He don't have a soul. He's not linked to the lineage of this foundation of country. He's not a foundational black American. His daddy is from Kenya, and he met his mom in college. And his stepdaddy, from his mom remarrying, is from Indonesia somewhere. So Rock got a melting pot family, but Rock blood origins come from white Kansas and come from black Kenyan. But The Rock was born in the United States. So even though he has Kenyan blood and he has white Kansas European blood, he's a black American because half his daddy is black and he was born in America. Barack Obama was born in America. So again, let's get this straight. The champions that we got in these posts, these black guys, are black all day. Blacker than black, black, black. Cody is white. And don't you ever dare get that mixed up again. I know. Look, I can't tell you what to do
Get ready.
with your life.
And we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can't tell you how to live it. I can't tell you to not endorse him as a black guy. You can give him an official card, but your official card don't mean jack. At the end of the day, Cody Rhodes is not black, and you know it. Cody is the new WWE champion. And Lord knows they pushed it hard enough for him to be that, and now he's that. Let's give that man his time. And I'm not a Cody hater. I get upset when people talk about, well, Cody only defended the title, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the man being in Europe, man. He's been defending the title. I guess he's been wrestling. He may not have been defending the title, but he's been wrestling. I'm not a fan of the marquee person wrestling every time he's on TV or every time he go to a dark show. I'm not a fan of that. Now, if a big house draw like in Europe or something like that, the champ should be wrestling down there because you got to get the big house draw globally. But to prop him out on TV every week, no, that guy should be special. He can come out on TV, but he don't need to be wrestling and giving up the title shots like he's some kind of wrestling slut. No, you don't slut your title out like that. No, you got to earn it. And when you do earn it, it's going to be a big draw. I'm not wrestling for free, Doc. I'm not wrestling for the free TV audience. You going to wrestle me, you're doing a PBO. PLP, PLE, whatever they call. Premium live event. It's going to be a big money draw. Me and you. You earn the right, you earn the title, it's going to be a big money draw. That's how we going to do it. I'm not putting myself out there every week just to Roman Reigns on the wrestles, because that's what they're supposed to do. That's another subject. Matter of fact, I'll probably talk about that next. But anyway, Cody is not black. Cody is white. And that's okay. We love white people. We love black people. We love Asian. If you're not loving people in general, then something is wrong with you. Yes, certain people are a little vicious sometimes, but you fault the individuals and how they were brought up. And you try to do whatever you can to change them. Because if they don't change, son gonna change them. And, and it's gonna be something from a higher power. But this foolishness about Cody being black. It's foolishness, is dumb. It comes from the mind of an ignoramus. Is very insulting to the black community, especially real hard, tried and true black people who've been through the struggle that Cody ain't never been through. And for somebody sitting there accepting that, telling me, yeah, well, he basically is black. He's Dominican. What they got to do with anything? I got to get up here and educate people. Dominican don't mean black. You got some black Dominicans, yes, but she ain't black Dominican. Stop. Dominican come in various colors, man. It just means you're from Dominican Republic. You was born, raised, or your family origins come from the Dominican Republic. It's a region. It's a location. It's a beautiful island, a beautiful place to be, especially one side. I love Punta Cana. I love the people there. But there's other areas of Dominican that's not so resorty. But I still love the people there. I live here in New York City. I love the Dominican people here. Those are my brothers and sisters. I love them. I'm a humanitarian person at heart. I love human beings. And I don't judge them by their skin color. But when it comes to certain things, I look at their skin color and I say, yeah, they're being judged by their skin color. I can see it. I'm letting you know right now, Cody is not black. Stop with this foolishness. Let's stop with this mess. I don't want to keep hearing about this stuff no more. And if somebody if somebody put a dumb post up there, people put this video in their chat so I can educate these people. And I'm not a scholar. These are just common sense. Being an African, being American, being a Dominican, being a Jamaican has nothing to do with your color. A predominant color could be controlling or the majority in that area, but that doesn't mean that if you're from that area, you're a certain color. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're from that area. What you got to do is identify what part of the color scheme are you from in that area. So anyway, I'm done with this. I'm going to holler at you later. Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell. Make sure it's on always. And put this on every social media. I really need y'all to like this. I mean, hit the like. If you can't do anything, hit the like button and subscribe. Okay? I don't ask for money. I tell people if you do want to contribute, the information is right there. Buy a brother a cup of coffee or something like that. But I don't sweat that. I got a job, man. That's why I'm not able to put these videos out every week. And I'm getting ready to go one now, and I got a little bit of time to do that. Get ready. So I'll holler at you later, people. Peace.